What is going on? This is not normal. Seeing the crypto market get this excited over an announcement like this, breaking, the White House has decided to scale back their April 2nd tariff plan, focusing on targeted reciprocal levies. What does this mean? On April 2nd, the White House, or Trump, was basically saying we're going to increase tariffs and it's going to cause a lot of fear and panic in the markets. That's not what he said, but it's exactly what happened in February. And that's what tanked the market. We've all witnessed that. We see a lot of this going on. Okay, here we go again. We also see a lot of this. When can we all just agree this administration has zero idea what they're doing? Actually, I think Dan from Coin Bureau, the other host of this channel, has a much better take on this, and I'm super excited to share that with you. And where the real money is going to be made in this recovery rally, everyone's going to hate it, but it's going to be meme coins. But before we get there, my name is Aaron Dishner from The Better Traders, and you are watching the Coin Bureau Trading channel. We are this close to hitting 80,000 subscribers, and it only happens because you like, you subscribe, and you share these videos. So you know what to do. Get out your pencil, get out a notebook, start taking notes, because I have a lot of charts, I have a lot of information to share with you. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is, I honestly didn't ask for permission, but you know how the saying goes. You just kind of do it first and you ask for permission later, right? Something like that. I kind of butchered that. But I'm going to give you a little bit of a sneak peek into the Coin Bureau Club. This is a private club where you pay a subscription and get access to this on Discord. Now, I'm not giving you all the goods, but Dan literally just posted this about an hour ago, and I want to share this with you because I think this is a much better take on what's happening right now. The crypto market has started rallying a bit in the last few hours, and this appears to be in response to the news that the Trump administration will be narrowing the scope of the reciprocal tariffs on April 2nd. This is not surprising in retrospect because it's the strategy that was detailed in The Art of the Deal, a book that was mostly ghost written. The Art of the Deal is a book published, or rather it has the name Donald Trump, but let's be honest, a lot of it was ghost written. The strategy in this book is about negotiating a deal, and it goes something like this. Pay attention. This is brilliant. Number one, propose something so ridiculous and so outrageous that no reasonable person would accept it, like 100% tariffs on goods from other countries. Step two, negotiate with the counterparty to meet somewhere in the middle. For example, tariffs of 10% to 20% on goods from other countries instead of 100%. Number three, you get what you wanted all along, and the counterparty feels like they dodged a bullet and are walked away with a good deal compared to the initial proposition. This is actually a brilliant take. And to be honest, we are dealing with Trump, who is primarily a businessman. He was the president before, but I believe he runs the United States like a business. And just like a businessman, he's making a lot of deals, and he's also causing a lot of stress and panic, and he's shaking things up. And this makes a lot of sense. This art of the deal concept that Dan was sharing here in the private Discord server makes a whole lot of sense. Think about it. If you have control and you want things to go your way, you're going to do the most outrageous thing to freak people out, if you're in a position of power to do so, that is, to then kind of retrace your steps a little bit and go, well, you know what? On second thought, let's actually do this instead, when it's what you wanted all along. It's kind of brilliant, even though it's wiped out millions, if not billions of dollars in the market. But let's be honest, Trump knows what he's doing in regards to running a very efficient market. And again, that's where this makes a whole lot of sense. Can we all just agree this administration has zero idea what they're doing? Well, when I think about it this way, it actually makes a whole lot of sense. Now let's talk about the charts. Bitcoin is looking really good. It is currently at $87,160 as of the filming of this video. It hit a high on Thursday, all the way up here, just north of 87,000 at 87,450. We'll just round it to that number. This is incredibly bullish. But what's even more bullish about BTC is that it's inside of the daily TBO cloud and more likely to close inside of the daily TBO cloud. This is a huge paradigm shift, you guys. And the other thing that's bullish about this is that the TBO slow line right here has been pointing up this entire time. It continues to point up. This slowest moving average continues to point up, yet the price is going down. What is going on? Short-term pain before we regain all of our lost gains. I know it's going to throw a lot of people off, but this is the nature of crypto markets. Freaking people out, everyone's selling only for the prices to recover 100% and go up even higher. This is by the book crypto. I want to also share something with you too on the 4-hour time frame. I've been keeping you up to date with this resistance fan idea. And let me go ahead and clean off the chart so we just have price and these lines. Price line. Oh, someone should call that a something or other. Price line. Isn't that a TV show? Is that a Home Shopping Network show? Anyway, price right now is above the first line of resistance, which is great. We had a little bit of a test back here on March 6th. We had a pierce of it, and the difference between a pierce and a test is very simple. A pierce literally sees the wick or the price shoot outside or above, or if it's support, below these resistance levels. A test is where it gets close, but not close enough to pierce. So if a test, we have a pierce, and now this is a clean break. This is so good. This is so amazingly fantastic. Now, please understand, Bitcoin is not out of the woods yet. There are many levels of resistance that BTC has to push above. This newfound level at 87,453. Then of course we get up to 90, 92, 95K. We're not even close to 100K. We still have a long way to go to move up to $100,000, at least 15, 16%. But to be honest, this is starting to look really, really good. Now, back on the daily time frame, there are other things that are looking really good. We're seeing on-balance volumes moving average right here. And for OBV, I'm using a smoothed moving average with a length of 21. So you can copy this. You can add it to your chart if you want to as well, so you can check it out. The reason why I use this moving average is so that way I get an idea of the trend of the volume. And whenever I see these elbow joints, something like this happen, we get like that, or we just basically correct and we get a V-shaped correction like this with the moving average, that is a really bullish sign. And seeing this slowly start to flatten out and then curl upward on the daily time frame, that's going to be huge. Looking at daily RSI, we are finally going to see daily RSI test overhead resistance. This is going to be a first for BTC. I didn't think it would happen this quick, but I've been waiting and watching for this to happen for a long time. One thing that's also really, really good is if we zoom in right here on price action, quote unquote, for RSI, we have a high of 60.72 on March the 2nd. We're at 60.45 so far. We need to exceed this level in order to maintain bullish price action for RSI. I know I keep calling it price. It's not a price, it's an indicator, but it's okay. This is still good. Now, the clear challenge, the obstacle ahead of RSI is overhead resistance. I get it. So we're not out of the woods yet. And another thing to keep in mind, as bullish as this feels right now, volume doesn't lie. This is the free TBT base to quote currency converter. You can get this for free on TradingView if you just type in TBT base to quote currency converter. If you don't want to copy that mouthful of text, there's a link down below in the description. It just automatically converts however much BTC or base currency was bought or sold for the quote currency. So it converts the BTC into USDT. So that way we know how much volume is actually being bought and sold for charts, which is really, really helpful. The main thing I'm trying to get at, though, is that this yellow moving average, while it's kind of flat, it looks kind of okay. The reality is that trading volume is abysmal. Despite this looking kind of flat, we haven't exceeded the moving average for volume since March 11th. We've actually been watching a steady decline in daily volume. This is not a bullish sign at all for BTC and has me feeling a little bit on the nervous, cautious side. Anytime that volume is dropping off a cliff and we're seeing price go up, it tends to be artificial price increase, meaning that there's no real volume to back that price. But seeing a lot of these other bullish signs is making me very excited. I'm not going to lie. There are other bullish signs too before we get to all these juicy meme coins that are having a pretty good day so far, and I expect them to continue to. But let's keep pushing forward. Stablecoin dominance. This is a chart we've been watching for a long time, and I've been posting these actually in the Coin Bureau Discord server here in the Unique Insights channel. I believe that everyone has access to this. I don't think it's only for people that have the paid version, but I basically give you a quick little rundown. And I've been talking a lot about stablecoin dominance, been talking a lot about other things. So again, you can join that. The link is in the description down below. The main thing I've been waiting for is for stablecoin dominance to break below this support line. Yesterday, it broke. We saw a test and a pierce. There's a test, there's two pierces, there's a test right there. That's a lot of touches on this line of support. And now we're seeing it break. And best of all, we are seeing stablecoin dominance fall inside of the daily TBO cloud. This is a sign of bearish consolidation. This is bad for this chart, but it's good for crypto, which is why we see a lot of green right now. The other good thing that's been happening, again, this is why it's so important to subscribe, because I shared a video talking about this exact concept on the Coin Bureau channel. Just a couple of days ago. I need to go to my playlist so that I can finally show it to you. Hold on a second. So over here, if you go to this one trick fixes bad entries and maximizes profits, this video is going to detail exactly what you're seeing right now on the TradingView chart, except everyone that watched this video was wiser 10 days ago. You get what I'm saying? So check this out. Daily RSI has been on a steady decline since about February 27th. Even though we've seen the price of, quote unquote, price of stablecoin dominance go up higher and higher, this is actually bearish divergence. Seeing strength fall down while prices going up is not a good sign. This is a sign of weakness. So it's only a matter of time till we see that weakness materialize or come to fruition, which means that this is going to be dropping. And again, this is a very, very good thing that we've been waiting on for a long time. Others, the total market cap for others is inside of the daily TBO cloud, albeit just barely, but I'll take anything at this point. The other thing that we've been watching is this yellow line of support for others. This all relates to meme coins. So just hold on. I'm going to be getting there in just a second. But this looks really good. Seeing this yellow line of support being held for such a long time since the middle of February is a really good sign. Plus, just like I was saying with BTC, seeing this moving average for on-balance volume flatten out is really good, because what's the next thing? Typically, it's when it goes up higher. This is a really good looking chart. We need to see continued green candles for the others market cap in order to get really excited, because the reversal is literally just starting. But there's one thing that I'm watching and I'm going, no, please God, no. It's BVOL 7D. The reason why I'm not excited about BVOL 7D, again, I had another video about this a while ago on the channel, and I'm going to go ahead and find it to you right over here. You have to see this chart, Bitcoin's next critical move. This chart explains how to interpret BVOL 7D. Watch the video. Both of those videos are going to help you a ton, but check this out. Whenever we see BVOL 7D get into this bounce zone from about 4.7 all the way down here to 3.7 or so, approximate range, we typically see an increase in bearish volatility for Bitcoin. Not always, but a lot of the time we do. As soon as we started falling from our rejection zone, this is when I started to get excited and to be more aggressive about my entries. Admittedly, it was a bit too early, but right now we're seeing it pay off. And now that we're seeing the market recover, it's a little bit frustrating to me, because now we're seeing BVOL 7D get closer and closer to our bounce zone, which means there's a larger possibility of more bearish volatility. That has been the case for quite a while. Doesn't have to happen, but it has been the case. So I'm a little bit hesitant about what's going to be happening next. Now, to be honest, I am super excited about what's happening around the corner, but with this one chart, I'm starting to go, no, just stop. Don't do anything. Just stay where you are. Don't go into the bounce zone. Don't go into the bounce zone, okay? Because if it does, it could be disastrous for meme coins. And I'm so excited to share some major updates that I have for Solana, for FARTCOIN, for SPX. A lot of you have been teasing me about the videos that I made before. Nothing has really changed my mind in in regards to meme coins and trading them, because the signs are showing and pointing to a recovery. We've been waiting for it, and now it seems like it's on the horizon. But before I get there, I want to draw your attention to something in the description down below. I told you about the Coin Bureau Club and that Discord server. If you want access to that, you have to join the link down here. In the description, it says hub.coinbureau.com, or better yet, just click right here where it says get the hottest deals. If you click this, you're going to be right here on the Coin Bureau website. In the deals section, you can join the Coin Bureau Club, their Discord server. They have lots of other things that are there, lots of deep analysis. But you'll also notice in the Coin Bureau, on the Coin Bureau deals page, there are lots of exchanges you can sign up for. Plus, you can get 10% off of our course at The Better Traders, 15 Minutes to Financial Freedom. This is an incredible course that teaches you how to leverage automated trading tools for both passive and active trading, meaning you're using bots or you're using your eyeballs and your fingers to place trades on the charts. It comes with one-on-one coaching. It comes with strategies that I've used for the last 7 or 8 years when it comes to bot trading and with active trading. There's a ton of stuff in this course. So let's keep pushing forward. I'm super excited to give you some updates on Solana first. The main thing that I'm pumped about with Solana is that you can see here, there's this dotted line. This was the original overhead resistance line. We saw it tested and pierced several times. There was a pierce here, test, pierce, and then we have a pierce, and now we have 3 days above. Boom. That line is conquered. It's finished. It's good. You'll also notice that Solana is now getting real close and cuddling up to this next line of resistance that's approximately at $140. I am expecting Solana to push above this before getting rejected. I actually think it's going to shoot up higher, bounce off of it, and continue up higher. But again, a lot of this is hinged on BVOL7D and Bitcoin. So it's a little bit of like, I hope so. But if not, this is the next level to watch, is like the $140 mark. Now, something else that's really exciting about this too is that we are seeing on-balance volumes start to perk up. The moving average is moving up, which is a really good sign. Daily RSI has been moving up a lot. Even though price has been going down, daily RSI is growing. That's hidden bullish strength despite the price going lower and lower. Again, similar to Bitcoin, volume on Solana's daily chart on Solana USDT on Binance has been admittedly quite low. But I really am just hoping for the best. Let's just put it, let's just say that much. So while it was frustrating to see Solana fall lower and lower, there were also lots of signals like TBT bullish divergence letting us know the end is near. The end of this downtrend is near. And that's why I love this indicator. There's something else too on the daily time frame with the TBO indicator. All these green lines right here are automatically drawn, and these are TBO support lines. And we could see as soon as Solana fell down here to 130, 127, even down here to 117, this was a buy range. This is where I bought more Solana, and I'm holding it. Now, where am I looking to take profit on Solana? Well, it'd be nice to see it shoot all the way back up to here to 258, but I think that's a little bit unreasonable. But you can see clearly that there's resistance up here at 203, at 188, even as low as 179. I think that this range of 180 or so would make a lot of sense to see Solana shoot up there short term. Long term, I do believe it will be heading back up. Call me crazy, but I've seen these dramatic pullbacks happen so many times that I've been expecting a dramatic face-melting recovery that will leave a lot of people sidelined and really upset that they're going to have to buy Solana up here at 177 before it falls down from there. Now, why are meme coins shooting up higher? That is a great question. And my personal opinion is that, well, it's money flow. Money flows from the total market cap into total 2 to total 3 into others. The reason why others is up more right now, actually, let me just scroll down a bit. There you go. You can see this better. The reason why others is up way more than total is because, well, let's be honest, we make the majority of our money trading others. We make the majority of our money trading these low to mid cap coins because there's much more volatility there. Bitcoin being up 1% is great. Solana being up 4%, even better. But seeing WIF up at 7%, seeing Trump up a little bit, but there's something else happening there. Seeing BONK doing really well. Yesterday, it closed up 14%. Like, there is a whole lot of fun stuff to share with this. So we're going to start first with WIF. WIF. We're going to start with WIF. That's a tongue twister I don't want to try to accomplish right now. The main thing I've been watching for I almost said Solana. For WIF, I need help. Right here, this white line that's horizontal, I identified this to people in the Better Traders Club and also shared it on X. You can follow me down below. My handle is somewhere over there, as well as the Coin Bureau Trading one. So check this out. We have price right here making a high at about, 53 cents or so. There it is, 532. And I'm looking at this H right there. It's telling me what the high is for this specific candle. There we go, 532. Even though the price fell below that level, this is still a very, very attractive level to buy WIF because it is historical support. I understand the hilarity of calling a chart that's only been around really since the end of 2023 historical support. But that's crypto, okay? The main thing that's happening right now that's really good, there are actually a couple. For one, WIF is moving up inside of the incredibly bearish daily TBO cloud. That is actually a bullish sign of bullish consolidation. No, WIF will not be pumping all the way up to $1.73, $100. No. It's not even going to be pumping up here to $1.31 anytime soon. The next reasonable target for WIF is right here, about 66 cents, maybe here about 65 cents. Why? Because there's overhead resistance that hasn't even been tested yet. So let's not get too excited. Let's not get too giddy. Yes, we have TBT bullish divergence signals right here, and the clusters, the dark green tabs, telling us that we should be seeing a bottom really soon. But the other thing that showed me that we're most likely seeing a bottom is the correlation with price falling, but daily RSI growing. Again, I'm giving you guys a ton of amazing content on this channel. If you haven't already subscribed, subscribe, like the video. All right, the other good things that I see happening, daily volume has been incredibly attractive. Even though it's been falling off a lot since about the 6th of March, it's fallen down a lot here. Seeing all this volume increasing, even though it's all from bearish selling. Well, not all. Let me zoom out a little bit more. No, actually, it's towards the end of all the bearish selling. Now, maybe this is just how it looks on MEXC. Maybe it's just because it's MEXC and seeing more volume coming to this specific exchange, but seeing the price fall 60%, but seeing volume exponentially grow is a really bullish sign. And that's also reflected in on-balance volume. Again, this shows us cumulative volume. Even though it's been bearish in regards to on-balance volume, look at what's happening. We're getting really close to seeing a bullish cross, which means that the blue line goes above the white line. This is a great bullish sign. I'm excited about WIF making a bottom here because people will be in disbelief. That's how it's going to be for a lot of these. Now, Trump over here on the daily time frame right here. And don't worry, this is a failed trade. Believe me, right there. That's terrible. Embarrassing, but that's how it goes. We are seeing Trump right above overhead resistance. Yesterday, it pumped up in total about 17% because Trump actually posted about Trump on Truth Social, something like that. And it had a decent burst of volume here on Bybit. But the more important thing is that it's above this short-term level of resistance, which is good. But on-balance volume has not been lying. On-balance volume has actually been super bullish despite the price falling more and more. Isn't that crazy? But that's what I'm paying attention to. RSI agrees with me that there is a very strange thing happening. Price falling, RSI growing, on-balance volume growing. It makes sense that Trump should be bottoming out soon. Now, BONK, even though it is down 2% today, it's actually had an incredible recovery. Not only do we have TBT bullish divergence signals down here, we can see that BONK entered into the TBO cloud, the daily cloud right here. Actually, yesterday, it closed up 14%, which is a massive move, especially for a chart that has been insanely bearish and has not been inside of the daily TBO cloud since January 25th. This chart has been massively oversold, absolutely spanked by the crypto gods. It is a disgustingly oversold chart, down 85% to its max. how could a chart like this ever recover? Why would you want to buy something like this that's down 85%? Well, the reality is that even though memes have fallen from glory, these charts could actually pump up a lot faster than others because they're highly illiquid, because they're highly volatile, and because they're highly hated. Who wants to buy that? Everyone wants to short this into existence. People that bought BONK up here, then they sold it for a loss for 39% or whatever. Now, if they're going to be looking at the price going up, they're going to want to short it because no, go down. You hurt my portfolio, I'm going to hurt you back. That is the wrong mentality to have at the market. Go with the flow. Follow the money. If the chart's going up, even if it's a garbage coin, even if it's a coin you completely disagree with, if you want to make money, follow the trend. It's a little bit more complicated than that, but honestly, it's not that hard to understand. That's how it works. SPX, I saw some people still giving me flack about this chart, when in reality, it's almost back to the level at which I shared. I was talking about it up here at about 89 cents. It's honestly not that far away. And this chart is so insanely volatile that it won't surprise me whatsoever to see SPX to go all the way back up here to resistance at $1.52, 144%. And you know who's going to be laughing? Murad. Murad's going to be laughing all the way because everyone that's sold on the way down is going to be crying as the price goes up higher. Crypto is honestly a test of your convictions and beliefs. Do you really believe in a coin? Are you really going to buy the dip? Are you really going to pay attention when we see things like RSI being extremely oversold, yet we know that there are high conviction plays, yet we can see a bottom in the works for on-balance volume, yet we can, even though volume is down and has fallen far from glory, is it starting to outperform? Is there strength for RSI? Is the price going inside of the TBO cloud? Yes, it actually pumped into the cloud on Friday. Now, this chart is going to make a lot of people really angry because who's going to be the loudest on it? Must up Murad. And everyone hates him right now. But you know what? You're only going to be hating yourself because you're going to be missing out. Now, another bullish sign we have right here is TBO close short on the daily time frame. This is a massively, massively bullish sign. It does not mean that we rush into a trade right here, but understand that looking for an entry after this closes, and we still have about 16 hours, is a very, very smart thing to do. And ideally, we want to wait till the price returns or gets close to the TBO fast line, which would be a very frustrating fall for people that are buying it right now at 22%. But it's not impossible, and it wouldn't be unlike this chart to see it whip and fall down that far. Another one that's having a hated rally right now is FARTCOIN. Everyone hates FARTCOIN because it fell all the way down here from 272 down 92%. In 53 days, lost 92% of its value. Yet what was flashing the entire time? We saw TBT bullish divergences and clusters at the very, very bottom. We saw FARTCOIN go inside of the TBO cloud on the 15th of March, and now it's finally above. This is what everything else is going to do right now. Everything that we've talked about so far that's starting to work its way into the cloud, this is where it's going to end up. FARTCOIN is just ahead of the pack, and as they say, hot air rises. As much as you might hate this chart, man, oh man, is it strong. Pumping on a Sunday, 24%. 2 days before that, 18%. 2 days before that, 34%. The chart's on a real big roll. Look at volume. It doesn't lie. Seeing volume outperform the yellow moving average is massive. Look at the shift it's having on on-balance volume. See this on-balance volume line, the blue line going up, starting to correct the moving average. The fact that RSI in the daily time frame is at 78 is insane. This is a crazy strong chart. On the 4-hour time frame, by the way, yes, there were TBO breakouts that happened on Saturday. So we got a little bit too far apart, unfortunately, but Saturday. There we go. So this is telling us that there should be a continued rally of upside momentum for FARTCOIN. Last but not least, GIGA. Again, another hated meme coin that has had a massive fall from grace. It was all the way up here, just shy of 10 cents, and it lost 91% of its value. while this one has a long way to go, it's slowly starting to show some bullish signs of a reversal. The big thing that I'm watching is seeing the price fall down here to its lows set in August. Now, this is not the entire history of this chart, and it has returned back to this general range at which it was from. The last time we saw it rally up 400% from here, I don't expect that to happen necessarily because there's strong resistance right here, according to the TBO, at about 3 cents. But still, looking at this, looking at the RSI being insanely oversold and seeing RSI resets over and over and over, looking at volume starting to outperform. Well, it was a while ago, but outperform the moving average. Now we need to see this chart resemble this chart in terms of volume, in terms of on-balance volume, in terms of RSI, in terms of the price moving up into the TBO cloud. There is a lot of exciting stuff happening, you guys, and this is literally just the start. The worst part about this rally, though, is that a lot of people are going to be sidelined. They're going to be waiting for a pullback. They're going to think, well, no, this is just a fake rally. This is just an exit pump, and the prices are going to go lower. Actually, I don't think that's the case. While BVOL 70 is heading down to that bounce zone, man, oh man, we're starting to see some really bullish signs of recovery for crypto, for Bitcoin, for Solana, even Ethereum. There's some good stuff happening, but a lot of people are going to miss out early. I want to share something with you for all of you fantastic people that watched until to the very end of this video. I'm going to give you a really good tip about recoveries. And in return, I want you to leave a comment down below saying the best part's at the end, okay? Pay attention. The thing you have to understand about recoveries that a lot of people miss is people do the opposite. When the market starts to recover, most people only put in a little bit. They're really hesitant and really cautious, really careful because they've been burned so many times as the price goes lower and they get stopped out. So it makes sense, you've been conditioned by the bearish conditions to not put a lot at the recovery. But when in reality, the recovery is the best time to put more size in. As the price goes up higher, start to scale out sooner. But what a lot of people do is they only put a little bit in and they buy more as the price goes up higher. Or when the price is fully recovered and they're finally feeling that sense of FOMO, that fear of missing out, oh no, I missed the rally, I'm going to buy everything I can right here, they're too late and the price goes against them. So my advice to you is to consider, not you have to buy or sell anything, but just consider using more size at the beginning of a recovery rally, which I believe that's exactly what we're seeing right now. All the stars are aligning. BVOL 70 has me worried. Bitcoin's daily volume has me worried. But price action is looking really good across the board. And meme coins are where we're going to be making the most profits right now. So what are you going to do and how are you going to secure gains at the beginning of the rally? Typically, it's by using more size, but that gets a lot of people scared real fast. I've given you so many golden nuggets in this video. And what I would love for you to do, not only to leave a comment, but I want you to share this with 5 people. Find 5 people that don't know this channel, that don't trade crypto, but are interested in crypto. Share this video with them because this video is going to help them understand what the start of a recovery looks like. And it'll be fun to track the progress of all these coins to see how well they do over the next weeks and months to come. So until the next time, you know what to do. Stay awesome and stay in the green. Peace.